got plenty of food, plenty of drink.
Save some for us. We're ready for some tailgating on this MACTion Tuesday. In fact, it's the last MACTion for NIU as they'll move to the Mountain West next year, and they're hosting a team that is at the top of the MAC standings in Western Michigan. Welcome to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. We're excited to be at a chilly Husky Stadium tonight for this one. Western Michigan, so much on the line, looking to win out to punch their way to the MAC championship game. They'll take on a Northern Illinois team that's got some confidence after a win last week. Here's how the standings look. Western Michigan, a win tonight, a win a week from tonight, and they will be playing for that MAC championship on December 6th at Ford Field. Let's go. We're excited for some MACTion. Courtney Lau alongside All-American running back Rini Angolia. And we told you what Western Michigan needs to do. They need to win out. What makes them a good football team?
They understand who they are. They play dominant defense, especially with that defensive line. Walt Bell, the offensive coordinator, understands that the defense is going to keep in every game. So they run the ball, they possess it, they kind of slow the game down, if you will. Or I should say speed it up. They understand what they do well, and they do it.
Well, let's talk about that run game, because Jalen Buckley, a couple of years ago, he was the MAC Freshman of the Year, and now he's healthy again.
He's the type of back that can carry it 20, 25 times if they need it. He can run with power between the tackles, has a good burst as well, catches it out of the backfield. Just that good every down back. And oh, by the way, played his high school football at Batavia High School, not far from here, so sort of homecoming for him tonight. I think that the offense is going to go through Jalen Buckley today, along with the quarterback run game.
For NIU, they've started 3 different people at quarterback, but they're going with Jalen Macon again.
Yeah, healthy, 6'5", 230, had an excellent game last time out against UMass, almost rushed for 100 yards, only threw the ball 4 times, and one of them was a touchdown pass. Now, he broke his thumb earlier in training camp, so it's a cold night tonight, something to watch for with him. How does he grip the football? But he's going to run the ball first and foremost.
Yeah, both of these teams want to run the football, especially on this cold night. Western Michigan controlling its own destiny coming up next.
Doug.
There it is, Limu, the 50-yard line. Soon we'll be telling the whole stadium how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds. Whoa. Looks like we're walking. Get them at halftime. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Yeah, you probably know these TD moves. Touchdown! But guess what? There's another TD, tardive dyskinesia. It causes uncontrollable movements, constant blinking, finger tapping, mouth and tongue movements. Tardive dyskinesia is caused by certain prescription mental health medications. It's true. So, talk to your doctor and visit theothertd.com to learn about TD and treatment options that can help.
On this Tuesday is Northern Illinois coming out of the tunnel, hosting a Western Michigan team that is at the top of the MAC standings. And this Northern Illinois group, talking to Thomas Hammock, their head coach, who's also an alumni, he said, look, the guys feel fresh. They got a big win over UMass last week, and I know UMass is struggling this year, but confidence-wise, it was important for NIU.
They need it. They've won 2 of their last 3. They get their last 2 at home. Obviously, they're leaving, going on to the Mountain West, so they would love to win these 2 and especially get a chance to spoil Western Michigan's season.
And for Western Michigan, Lance Taylor is in his 3rd season as the head coach of the Broncos. They 6-4 this season. They're bowl eligible, would be their 13th bowl appearance. Now, they haven't beaten NIU since 2021.
And Thomas Hammock reminded us that, like, they got to come here and beat us. The thing I love about Lance Taylor is took that 3 years, right, and to build his culture year after year. They're supporting the program the way they need to, and it's paying off this season. And they have a chance. We talked about it. They control their own destiny here.
NIU has won the last 3 matchups in this series, but a different NIU team this year. They have struggled, so looking to see if they can roll that confidence that they built last week into this last MACTion game ever for them as they move to the Mountain West next season. Western Michigan won the coin toss. They elected to defer, so NIU will receive the kickoff. And today in DeKalb, 40 degrees cloudy. There's a bit of wind blowing.
Oh, so the wind, it's a little colder than 40. You know, someone that grew up in this, that lives in Florida now, your blood does thin, I can tell you.
I was going to say, Floridian now ringing.
I haven't complained too much yet, but the game hasn't started yet, so.
Hunter Smith getting set to kick off for Western Michigan. MACTion time in DeKalb. And this one will hop back into the end zone. Now, NIU gave Jalen Macon the start last week, and Thomas Hammock told us he saw a spark with his team when Jalen Macon was the quarterback.
He was one of the top dogs of the team last week, and that's exactly right. And sometimes you insert a new player, especially at quarterback, gives you that spark, makes some plays, and pick everyone's game up.
Again, broke his thumb on his throwing hand in fall camp, so his throws have been limited. Expect him to run the football a lot tonight, and they do on the first play with Shavon Wright up the middle. He's got a first down past the 35-yard line, stopped by Jarvarius Sims.
Yeah, really good blocking up front by that offensive line, coming downhill. Good job by Wright to hit it.
And they'll use Shavon Wright and also Telly Johnson. That's their 1-2 punch in the backfield, along with Macon's legs.
And they're both good size backs. Wright's about 212. Really good running downhill, squaring those shoulders like he just did.
So Wright stays in the backfield with Jalen Macon. Shavon Wright, back-to-back carries, dives forward for a pickup of about 4, stopped by James Camden. For NIU, of course, you saw them last season. That's when they got that big win over Notre Dame. They went 8-5. They won a bowl game. This season has been a lot different. Lost a lot of key members from last year's team. And they stick to running the football. It's been 3 straight runs to start the game.
And inside zone, an excellent vision from Shavon Wright there. Going inside zone to the left, sees a whole back door, puts that left foot in, squares those shoulders, and gets upfield and gets a 3rd and short here.
It's Kershawn Fisher making the tackle. Shavon Wright transferred in from Charleston, spent 3 seasons there before becoming a Husky. Trying to power his way forward, and I don't think he's going to get it.
Shavon Wright on the carry.
Well, he ran into Tucker. Tucker had him stopped, and then he fell forward, and he's going to be short. So a decision early here for Thomas Hammock. Yeah, pretty much ran into a wall named Tucker there.
Offense stays on the field on 4th down. Thomas Hammock told us they have to be aggressive. They got the first down and more. Shavon Wright falling forward to the 45-yard line. They do convert 60% of the time on 4th down.
Yeah, Tucker looked like he could have made the play, but then he gets blocked off, and a good patience by Wright. But, you know, you give it to your 212-pound banger back there, squares those shoulders on 4th down. I just love that effort going forward to get it.
Jalen Macon back taking the snap. And looks like he's trying to throw the football. He will, and under pressure, just has to throw it away as he had Kershawn Fisher coming at him fast.
And wisely just threw that thing away. Didn't try to force it in there. Good coverage on the back end as well by Western Michigan. They're running a zone coverage there, reading it nicely.
We were watching Jalen Macon's hand in warmups. Thomas Hammock was not pleased how he warmed up in practice this week when it was cold. They have ridden Shavon Wright on this first drive. He picks up about 3, but Thomas Hammock told us that was a good lesson for Jalen Macon. You've got to be ready for the cold.
They practiced outside in the cold, Thomas Hammock said, only because of Jalen Macon, because they wanted to make sure he could throw the ball. He wasn't pleased. One practice, didn't warm up well, but I'm sure he was out there. I know he was out there today because we were watching him getting warm, getting that thumb loose. Very important on a cold night like this.
Yeah, and you see him keeping his right hand, that's his throwing hand, the one with the broken thumb, in the pocket to keep it warm. He has a very light wrap on it. Again, it's been a while. It was back in August when he broke it. Telly Johnson now with the carry. He's got some room to go. Telly on the move. Into the end zone. Touchdown. 43 yards for Telly Johnson. That's how you start some action.
And so on my notes, the 1-2 punch of Shavon Wright and Telly Johnson. Shavon Wright was getting the dirty yards. Then you put Telly Johnson Jr. in there, and then home run. And that's my first note on my charts. Home run hitter with speed, and he showed it the first time he touched the ball tonight.
Andrew Glass on for the PAT.
Let's go.
And NIU may have carried over that momentum from last week's big win.
Offensive line doing
on
work.
The field.
Running backs doing it as well. NIU leads it early, 7-0.
Meet your new Dell PC with Intel inside. With all-day battery life to power through your to-dos, so you have extra free time and extra savings. So this holiday season, you can be as extra as you want.
Well, 4 more sleeps till our Saturday SEC on ABC college football triple header. First up, John Mateer and Oklahoma hosting Missouri at noon, and then Arch Manning, number 10 Texas, host Arkansas in Austin. Then we'll cap the day with Tennessee and Florida in the Swamp. Each game also available on the all-new ESPN app. It's SEC All Day presented by IHG Hotels.
Oklahoma better tackle. How about Ahmad Hardy, 300 yards rushing last week?
Incredible.
Yeah.
We got to see him last year at ULM and knew that he was going to be something special. Western Michigan getting the football for the first time, and they're going to run this thing out. Flags are out everywhere. There's 2 flags back on the 10-yard line. They step out around the 34. We'll see what the penalty is. Andrew Special is our referee tonight of this MAC crew.
During the return, holding, return team, number 19. Penalties half distance the goal from the spot of the foul. First down.
All right, let's take you back to Telly Johnson's touchdown run of 43 yards.
Inside zone is what they're hammering here, and you're gonna see down blocks. You're gonna see down blocks to the left. Nice. Yep, freeze it right there, guys. Perfect. Right here, you got a nice little crease that he's gonna hit in there. Telly Johnson, good patience. Zone blocking, running backs love that to kind of pick their hole, find it and go, and he shows you his speed.
So now Western Michigan on offense for the first time. Another team that loves to run the football. I say that as soon as Brock Lowry throws a pass on the first play, and it's picked off into the hands of Jasper Beeler. Look at NIU.
First down.
Beeler's just in the right place at the right time. Excellent job. It gets knocked up in the air. Tremendous by Jacob Finley, number 3. He's one of the leaders, most experienced defenders. Excellent coverage. He knocks it up in the air. Beeler says, thank you very much. I'll take that. And just like that, Northern Illinois takes over the ball in the red zone.
7 interceptions on the season for Northern Illinois, 3 for Beeler, and a guy that the coaches told us he is not afraid to challenge an opponent. He goes out there with confidence, and they love it. Well, he's got his team back on offense. Macon hands it off to Telly Johnson, who just had the touchdown run. This will be a loss on the play. Stopped by Nadeem Tucker, who, by the way, is first in the nation in TFLs.
And this is number 17 for him. And this is what the Western Michigan defense does well. They get penetration, they get tackles for a loss. NIU kind of was going downhill at him in that first possession. This time I think Western Michigan's going to try to get after it upfield a little bit more.
I want to go back to Nadeem Tucker because it's so interesting. Our statistician, Jeff Muir, was pulling this up. Rini, 40% of his tackles this season have been TFLs. For comparison, J.J. Watt who also was an amazing defensive end. 33% of his career tackles were for a loss.
And the coaches said, you know, Tucker is NFL caliber. He's going to get a chance to play on Sundays. There's no doubt about it. He's got a great burst off the edge, and that's the strength of his defense, the edge rushers led by Nadine Tucker.
It's now 3rd and long. Jalen Macon is going to run. Picks up maybe 2 on the play, nowhere near what they needed. 4th down coming, and Andrew Glass on for the field goal.
And that's a huge win for the Western Michigan defense. You know, you come back out on defense, your opponent's got it inside the red zone, and you actually make him go backwards a couple yards and hold him to a field goal attempt.
Andrew Glass 8 for 11 on the season. His career long is 50. This will be a 39-yard attempt. A transfer from Kent State. And it's up and good. Western Michigan turns it over, but NIU only gets 3 points. But look at that, the Huskies up 10.
Yeah, you probably know these TD moves. Touchdown! But guess what? There's another TD, tardive dyskinesia. It causes uncontrollable movements, constant blinking, finger tapping, mouth and tongue movements. Tardive dyskinesia is caused by certain prescription mental health medications. It's true. So, talk to your doctor and visit theothertd.com to learn about TD and treatment options that can help.
Meet your new Dell PC with Intel inside. Not only is it a great holiday helper, it's a great deal too. With all-day battery life to power through your to-dos, so you have extra free time and extra savings. Which means this holiday season, you can be as extra as you want.
Ram, official sponsor of the college football playoff, and in part by Popeyes. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Western Michigan has won 3 MAC titles, the first in 1966, the last back in 2016 with head coach P.J. Fleck.
Yeah, so it's been a while, been a minute, the kids say.
Well, Western Michigan, a win tonight and a win a week from tonight against Eastern Michigan, and they would be in the MAC championship game, but not the start they were looking for.
No, not at all, and give credit to NIU. I think they came out, that offensive line looks really good. They know the defensive line for Western Michigan's good, so I think that offensive line's been challenged, and they look good early, but, you know, the first play offensively here at Western Michigan, you can't turn the ball over. So we'll see how they do this time.
Yeah, first play offensively for this Western Michigan team was an INT. Joshua Franklin on the return. So now a chance for Brock Lowry to come back out. Rainey, he had attempted 167 passes without an INT until that last play to start this game.
So if you're him, okay, got it out of the way, threw an interception, flush it, move on. And it was really a good defensive play. It wasn't that he made a bad throw. Good defensive play by Finley, gets knocked up in the air, and got a feeling they might run it here on first down.
A team that loves to run the football, whether it's Brock Lowry, their dual threat quarterback, the transfer from Indiana a couple of years ago, or Jalen Buckley, who in 2023 was the MAC Freshman of the Year. This is Buckley's turn around the edge, the first down to the 40, and that's why you give him the football.
Yeah, good little burst there, good vision by Buckley as well, presses the hole, slides it just enough to the left side, good blocking there as well. Offensive line. Squares those shoulders and goes.
And this has got to be a fun game for Jalen Buckley because his hometown is about 30 minutes away. Back-to-back carries for Buckley, trying to hit the pile, gets shoved back. No gain on the play.
Yeah, big Deshaun Dixon, number 6, big 300-pounder right in the middle. Hard to move him off the line of scrimmage, and he stopped it.
Deshaun Dixon has spent time at UAlbany, also at East Stroudsburg. Now in his senior season here at NIU.
Everyone's pretty much well-traveled these days.
Yeah, it's
players.
become very normal.
Yes.
Push the pile for a pickup of 4 yards, does Jalen Buckley. So 3rd down on the way for the first time tonight for Western Michigan.
And I would like to see here, we'll see what Walt Bell calls, but maybe get Brock Lowry outside, get him some receivers, and possibly give him a run-pass option.
Jalen Buckley not on the field. Brock Lowry spreading it out. 2 wide receivers on the near side, 1 up top. He's looking near side. Fires it to his slot guy, Talik Williams, and look at that pop. I should say, did you hear that pop from Dante Harrison?
Yeah, and it was just Harrison sitting on the coverage. Good job. And here's the thing, too. He was going to be short of the first down. Even if he caught that ball, he was going to be 2 yards short.
Shouldn't he be running out to where he needed to go?
Yeah, exactly. Like situational awareness, I always talk about the route needs to be past the stick. So if you get hit, you're going to have a first down. Now, he didn't catch it anyway because Harrison laid the boom.
D'Ari Rogers back. Now let this one bounce. NIU's defense has gotten 2 stops and a takeaway already in this ball game. Huskies back on offense for the 3rd time when we come back to DeKalb.
Introducing SportsCenter for you, personalized every single day. Now available on the ESPN app. Powered by your favorites.
Adobe Acrobat Studio is all new. What can PDF spaces with AI do? Do your marketing needs in one spot. An AI assistant? Show me what you got. AI breakdowns on trend reports. Unlock key insights on the rise of shorts. Do quick summary, show me what to read. AI, give me just the numbers, please. Do a recap of all your learning. Add an AI graphic of potential earnings. Ideate, generate, do it all in one. Do that, doing that, did that, done. Now you can do that with Acrobat. Now you can do that with the all-new Acrobat.
We've already seen the 1-2 punch in the backfield for Northern Illinois. Telly Johnson and Chavon Wright and Thomas Hammock. Don't forget, he was a running back himself at NIU. He loves this room.
Telly Johnson's a younger running back that's grown a lot and improved a lot. And then you have Chavon Wright, senior, more experience, more of a downhill power back.
This is Chavon Wright with the carry. You know, it's interesting, Rini. Chavon Wright leads all active NCAA players with 78 rushing touchdowns, and he's 2nd active career rushing yards, over 5,500.
You know, and he's a Florida kid, too, from Opelika, Florida, so I guess this cold isn't slowing him down. He likes it.
I think he's thriving right now. Started his career at Charleston before transferring in to NIU. NIU's had the upper hand here, a touchdown and a field goal after their defense got an interception, and there he is dropped for a loss on the play.
Yeah, moonshot through there. And again, this defense, when it's playing well, is aggressive, downhill, exactly what you want your linebacker to do, shoot that gap and make that tackle for the loss.
NIU 1 for 3 on 3rd down tonight. They've got 3rd and 10. Chavon Wright carrying the pile a little bit, but not anywhere near where they need it. He makes it to the 14. They needed the 20.
Yeah, James Camden, linebacker, just scraping down as well. Just, you know, that's just conservative, right? You don't want to make a catastrophic mistake backed up to your own goal line, so you just hand it off, and then you're going to punt this away. But again, the Western Michigan defense steps up, and they're going to get really good field position for their offense here.
So Jake Ferentz is on to punt. Blake Basma, the tight end, has been returning punts. He won't return them. They've moved him back there because there's been some ball security issues in the punt game. This one he'll let bounce around the 30, rolls to the 25. And so for the first time, Western Michigan's defense doesn't give up any points, and here they go back on offense.
Well, what a big punt, because, you know, it looked like you're going to get really good field position. You're able to flip the field like that. That's a good job by Northern Illinois.
That's a 66-yard punt, Reedy.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's exactly what you want your punter to do.
Well, Brock Lowry, a redshirt sophomore, is the quarterback for Western Michigan, and he actually in fall camp, it was in a quarterback battle with Brady Jones and asked to go live in a scrimmage. He told him, the only way I can show you what I can do is if I'm live, and he definitely lit it up. They'll go to the ground game with Jalen Buckley that was really successful on that second drive. He's got a first down.
Yeah. First down, another nice run by Buckley. Now eventually, when you start getting that going up the middle, you're going to see Lowry pull it on the zone read and keep it around the edge. So something to watch for.
And Lowry's rushed for almost 700 yards on the season. That's 6th in the MAC. Buckley hit, spinning forward, picks up 2 more. Stopped by Philip Maczarowski.
Good job by Maczarowski, just kind of scraping inside out. That was a wide zone, outside zone, if you will. Buckley cuts it back, but Maczarowski's right there.
And for this NIU defense, Maczarowski is one of them. They had 9 of 11 starters at the beginning of the season were either backups or special teams players last year.
And Maczarowski and Erweiler, 2 middle linebackers, are tackling machines, especially Erweiler.
Here's Brock Lowry pulling it, just like you said, Reedy, and he's about a yard short of the first down. Stopped by Quinn Erweiler.
But offenses like this, they'll live in 3rd and short, right? So good pull. You saw the defensive end come down. Lowry, good read, then a good block on the outside, and you get it to 3rd and 1. And this is where you got to keep drives alive. When you want to possess the football, chew the clock, 3rd and 1, you have to convert.
Lowry changing it up. Keeps it. They do convert, and there he goes. Brock Lowry spinning deep into NIU territory.
And that's just +1 run game, right? When the quarterback keeps it, give you an extra blocker. He kind of rides the running back and then bends it off to the left, finds that seam, and he hits it nicely.
That's a 22-yard pickup. Lolo Mataele. Still got 2 out of it, hit the pile and was bottled up. And after Brock Lowry threw a pick on the very first offensive play of the game, Western Michigan has gone back to their bread and butter, running the football.
Yeah, and you have to do that. Like, you're down 10-0 early, but score's not an issue. You just got to go back to playing football how you've been successful, and it's really that power run game.
Lolo dove forward past the 30, and here comes 3rd down. There's the NIU baseball team in full support in the end zone.
Yeah.
Looks a little chilly.
And they don't have to throw or hit, so they feel okay.
Didn't get it. What do you think, Reedy?
I think he's going to go for it, but decision time here for Lance Taylor. But I just think the way they're built, and he's going to bring in personnel. They're going to go for it here.
Yeah, he brings back in Jalen Buckley. Mataele took a couple of reps and gave Jalen Buckley a blow. He's back in the game. They also bring in another tight end.
Yeah, but different than 4th and 1, right? 4th and 3. Got a couple of yards here to go. We'll see what they call.
They're 11 for 25 on the season on 4th down. Brock Lowry's going to throw over the top. He's got Talik Williams.
He's short.
He's short by a yard.
Exactly what we talked about earlier. You have to run that route past the sticks. So if you get hit, even if you get knocked back, you're going to get the progress where you caught the ball. It's a first down. That's a play you have to understand. You have to make it. You can't run that route short. That's twice they've done it tonight.
Well, and it's twice to Williams.
Yeah.
The first time he was hit really hard, the ball popped out. It was an incomplete pass. All the momentum right now is with NIU. Again, Western Michigan needs to win out to get to the MAC championship game. They control their own destiny. Jalen Macon. 3 guys swarming Macon, stopped by Jarvarius Sims. And it could be the last play of the quarter.
Yeah, just good speed there by the defense of Western Michigan, because it looked like Macon had some space there and it closed quickly.
They'll let the clock tick down. Northern Illinois built up momentum last week with a monster win, and they have carried that over into their final MACTion game. After a quarter, they're up 10-0 on the top team in the MAC.
These are the holidays. They can be a lot. And this is your new Dell PC with Intel inside. It helps you handle a lot. From taking care of business with all-day battery life, to taking care of holiday to-dos with AI tools, to taking care of Aunt Jean, even if she can be a lot.
Mission's thriving in this right now, this MACTion. It's a little chilly, perfect for the Huskies, and they're up 10-0 on a Western Michigan team that can win out and punch its ticket to the MAC championship
Summer
game.
weather for Mission. Nothing. 40 degrees. He loves this.
Living his best life right now. Jalen Macon on the keeper. Look at the hole for Macon. They talked about a spark he gives them. What is that spark?
Well, you know, for a big quarterback, 6'5", 230, he's got really good speed. You know, sometimes those bigger quarterbacks kind of lumber. He was close to taking that to the house. I just think his running ability and the ability to make plays has uplifted the offense for sure.
Telly Johnson's turn. He has the only touchdown in this game so far, picks up a yard. And Jalen Macon was on track to be the starter. He was in a quarterback battle in fall camp, and that's when they went live one day, and he ended up coming down on his throwing hand, broke his thumb. Last week, he got his first start of the season, and things looked a lot different.
And, you know, offensive coordinator Quinn Sanders said, you know, with Jalen Macon a quarterback, our offense might not be the most efficient, but he can make plays, he can score points, he can make things happen.
Throw it out to the flat, and that pass is caught. Stepped out is Diari Rogers, who, even in a run-heavy offense, he has been that main target in the wide receiver room.
And he's the guy, you get him the ball in space, like that quick pass there to Diari Rogers, that's just an extension of the run game. And a good, easy pass for Jalen Macon, but get it in the hands of Rogers because he's a playmaker in space.
Third down here, NIU 1 for 4 on third down. They put Rogers in motion. Shavon Wright's got the conversion. Inside the 40 goes Shavon Wright. He's got the most carries so far tonight.
He's the workhorse early. Good patience here. And again, can't say enough about the offensive line by Northern Illinois, doing a really nice job winning at the line of scrimmage on those inside zones. They're getting some movement there.
It's a 15-yard pickup. That offensive line that only returned one starter. Wright cuts it back. Back-to-back first downs. And you ride the hot hand, don't you?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And they're starting to gash him as well with big chunks at a time. And that's just really good vision once again by Javon Wright.
Macon to the air, to the corner, and just out of reach of LaDon Bryan. It was Jarvarius Sims in coverage.
Man, nice coverage by Sims right in the hip pocket there. He's one of those leaders on that defense. He's a physical tackler in space, but he's got great cover skills as well, as demonstrated right there.
Jarvarius, they told us, I mean, from spring to now, has been the most impressive. So consistent for them. Macon rolling. Can't let it fly as he's chased, and he steps out inside the 25-yard line. Sefa Saipuia and Camden, they rotate with that green dot, that radio in their headset for this Western Michigan defense.
Yeah, depending on what they want to do, they'll rotate that. But good job by Macon there, not to throw that up. Just figured, let me eat it. We'll live for another down, but it's 3rd and long here. But you're in the red zone, so you can't make a mistake here.
Already converted once on 3rd down on this drive. Macon looking to go to the air, heaving it up towards the corner of the end zone, and off target of DeArie Rogers. Tate Halleck was the one in coverage.
Yeah, Halleck, safety there. Good coverage.
So they bring on the field goal team with Andrew Glass, who's hit 1 field goal tonight from 39. This will be a 40-yard attempt.
And it's a little breezy out there. We talked about it earlier. Wind's swirling a little bit.
Officially a 41-yard attempt. His career long is 50. Thomas Hammock said they underutilized their kicker. He's getting his work tonight. 2 field goals are good. NIU leads the top team in the MAC 13-0.
Meet your new Dell PC with Intel inside. Not only is it a great holiday helper, it's a great deal too. With all-day battery life to power through your to-dos, so you have extra free time and extra savings. Which means this holiday season, you can be as extra as you want.
Football triple header. John Mateer in Oklahoma hosting Missouri at noon. That's followed by Arkansas and Texas, and then Tennessee, Florida. Each game also available on the all-new ESPN app. It's SEC All Day presented by IHG Hotels.
Tennessee and Florida late in the year, right?
Yeah, usually it's like one of the first games of the season, but little Gators and Vols matchup late in the year. Courtney Lyle, Reedy, and Golia with you with this MACTion Tuesday. And NIU in control. Western Michigan is going to set up inside the 35-yard line. Well, this NIU defense has started out really well, and their defensive coordinator is Rob Harley. This is not the first time you've seen him on ESPN, by the way.
Thanks, guys. At this level, you can't afford to only come to play in the second half. Focus and fundamentals always have to be your main objective in every ball game, especially at the quarterback position. And when there are breakdowns, it can make even the best teams and players look mediocre. So let's go inside the huddle, presented by John Hinder and Powers.
So Rob Harley used to be our co-worker. I'll pop this up in the air to Christian Leary, who's got the first down. And his reel, that's his like resume tape, the players a couple of weeks ago got a hold of it, and they have just been giving him crap nonstop the last 2 weeks.
So Rob started at ESPN when I did 16 years ago.
Back in the 1900s?
Back when you were like 12.
Yeah.
And so used to talk to Rob, and because we're, you know, colleagues, we were both analysts. Then he decided to go and get into coaching and done very well for himself.
Lowry trying to throw on the move. MACTion Chenault with the catch. And that's back-to-back first downs. Up until these 2 first downs, what have you liked about his defense?
Well, they've been aggressive. They've been getting after it, which I like, and just kind of, you know, keeping Western Michigan off kilter. Just haven't really been able to get in a rhythm. Now, I like those throws by Western Michigan. I like Chenault, the young receiver, the freshman receiver there, making a play.
And they knew MACTion Chenault, number 18, day 1 when he arrived in the summer, they knew he was going to be an impact player. Uh-oh, Lowry in trouble. Felt the pressure, and then Philip Maturowski hopped in there. Lance Ingold got to him first. A loss of 4.
Yeah, Ingold, the defensive end, 95, reads it perfectly. Excellent job. Good vision by Ingold. Knew that he didn't give it to the running back and feathered off nicely.
And Ingold got the start today because Roy Williams and Jelani Williams are both out. Those are 2 important pieces on the defensive line. They're unavailable tonight. Second and long here. Talik Williams coming across on the jet sweep. Spins forward, picks up 2. Stopped by James Finley.
And it's important you call those plays sideline to sideline, because you gotta keep the defense on their toes, make sure they defend sideline to sideline, try to loosen them up a little bit in the middle.
Western Michigan has only converted on 3rd down 1 time tonight. Normally they convert 40% of the time. That's 4th in the MAC. Lowry looking near side, lets it fly. Pass incomplete. Looking for Balin Brooks, one of his wide receivers, and Quinn Erweiler, who his name has been mentioned a lot already tonight.
Yeah, he's one of those linebackers that if you just watch the ball, you'll find 32 Quinn Erweiler, because he's going to bring you to it. And again, that's a catch. If Brooks makes it, you're still well short of the first down. Now maybe because you're 3 or 4 yards short, you'd go for it if you're Lance Taylor, but on the incomplete pass broken up by Erweiler, you're going to punt here.
Ryan Milmore on to punt. Diari Rogers back for NIU. Bounces at the 10. And rolls inside the 7.
This NIU defense, been aggressive. Erweiler breaks it up. The Huskies still lead it 13-0.
The holidays can be a lot, but with your new Dell PC with Intel inside, you can handle a lot. From taking care of holiday to-dos to taking care of Aunt Jean, even if she can be a lot.
Champions. Last year it was Ohio, and Tim Albin is their head coach. He left after that to take over the Charlotte program. Miami, Ohio won a couple of seasons ago. Toledo, and also NIU has been in the conversation. And of course, NIU, this is the last season they're going to compete in the MAC. They're moving on to the Mountain West.
But how many conferences can say the last 5 champions have all been different teams?
Great point.
It's outrageous, and it's great. Outrageous in a good way for the MAC. It just shows you the parity in that every year someone can step up and win a title.
Well, Western Michigan hasn't won a MAC championship since 2016. They control their own destiny, but They're behind right now, trying to make the MAC championship game, whereas NIU is just trying to end on a high note this year.
Yeah, they want to get a little momentum as they embark on the next chapter of their program, which is heading to the Mountain West. And
Jalen Macon getting the start for the second straight game, and him combined with the running game of Telly Johnson and Shavon Wright. And a solid start by this defense of NIU have led to the 13-0 lead. Oh, the thud on Macon. James Camden.
Yeah, Camden does a nice job to stay home. Joey Pope, the safety as well, and run support. And yeah, it's cold, kind of brisk. That's kind of one of those slobber knocker nights, you know? You can hear the pads popping. It smarts when you get hit in cold weather like this.
Define slobber knocker.
Just, you know, pads banging. Yeah. Well, I can't really say, but
I know what you mean. I just wanted to mess with you.
Yeah, well, you know, my nose, like, yeah, you know what it means.
James Camden met the runner first as Shavon Wright was trying to carry defenders with him.
And Western Michigan defense going to get another stop. And really, you know, besides the touchdown, they've only given up the 2 field goals, so they've really kept this. This score could be a lot more than 13-0 the way Northern Illinois has played in this first half.
Yeah, Northern Illinois' first drive to open up the game, they got a 43-yard touchdown run from Telly Johnson. Jake Ferentz back to punt. Flags coming out. Basma calls for the fair catch at the 45. We'll see what the penalty is.
And yes, that is a tight end that's returning punts for Western Michigan.
Yeah, as we mentioned, they had too many ball security issues in their punt return game, so he will just fair catch it or let it go. There's going to be a penalty, false start penalty on NIU.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have him kick it over. Illegal formation.
Illegal formation. Offense, 5 men in the backfield. That 5-yard penalty being forced from the end of the run. Timeout on the field.
Under 7 minutes to go to the half, and Northern Illinois pitching a shutout at home.
Back to the game I love. It's great to be out here with the guys again. It's why I wanted more for my symptomatic obstructive HCM. So I asked my cardiologist about Camzyos. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved, and I can be more active now. It's a difference I can feel, and they can see. And she can too.
Camzyos is proven to reduce obstruction in the heart 4 times more. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
It's great to be playing again.
Camzyos, first in its class to treat symptomatic OHCM.
Ask your cardiologist about Camzyos.
But really good field position here. Open the game with a pass. It gets deflected and an interception right away by NIU. They take advantage of it. Some other passes have just not worked out. Routes run short, but give the NIU defense credit because they're hitting tonight. They're flying around.
After a procedural penalty, Western Michigan is going to start at midfield, their best starting field position of the night. This is Devin Miles. Going for Miles down the sideline inside the 20.
And Miles is actually their most experienced back. Inside zone, breaks one tackle and then bounces in. Look at Brock Lowry, the quarterback. on the perimeter throwing a block that actually springs them. You love it when you see quarterbacks out there blocking in the run game.
I don't know if his offensive coordinator loves that.
Yeah. In a night like this, yes. He needs to be out there hitting and blocking.
It's a 32-yard pickup. Now Lowry's turn. He's got the first down. He's got the end zone from 18 yards out. Touchdown, Western Michigan. His 10th rushing touchdown of the season. He's second in rushing touchdowns in the MAC.
Just talked about Brock Lowry blocking for Devin Miles. Devin Miles just threw the block that sprung Brock Lowry on the outside as he cuts it back for the score, and a much-needed answer by Western Michigan.
Palmer Domschke on for the PAT. For 20 years, All-State has celebrated every field goal and extra point made at participating universities by donating to the university's athletic scholarship fund, supporting all student athletes. Thank you, All-State. Brock Lowry, the dual threat quarterback, with his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And just an outside play with Lowry. Good block there again by Devin Miles. See the offensive lineman with the push downfield. And again, the offensive coordinators, they call that the +1 run game, because when the quarterback just keeps it, it's an extra blocker in the formation that you normally don't have. Western Michigan runs it to perfection there.
I know Walt Bell told us, the offensive coordinator for Western Michigan, he said Brock Lowry is just a special kind of human. He's the last of the hard. He works hard. He doesn't say a lot, not emotional. He's never going to take it easy on himself.
And he's a huge leader, and you need that, especially from the quarterback position. And Walt Bell also said, listen, he knows the defense is a strength of their team. A lot of offensive coordinators, they kind of take that personal, but he understands how good the defense is and what he has to do with his offense and the personnel. And it might not be the prettiest thing. You're not going to score 40 points, but as long as you score 1 point more than your opponent, you're good with it.
Reedy, I did not think they would be playing Vanessa Carlton's 1,000 Miles at this football game tonight. Sorry, I got distracted by that.
Very eclectic music tonight from the start.
Oh, muffed it. What a hit!
And that's what happens. You drop it, you pick it up, and next thing you know, special teamers right there is going to put you on your head.
Braden Steely. He did not mind the Vanessa Carlton.
Apparently not.
All right, NIU still with the lead, but their only touchdown came on that opening drive from Telly Johnson, and they were running out of time here. They're going to have to use a timeout.
Their first charge timeout of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
You know, Thomas Hammock, he challenged this team a couple of games ago after that loss to Toledo. They lost 42-3, and he said, look, I'm an alumni. I played here. I'm more upset than anyone about how this season is going, but we have to do it the hard way. And that is a saying that you will hear around the NIU football program. They do things the hard way, and it means doing things the right way every single time, whether it's on or off the field.
And he said, although the wins aren't there this season, obviously, that they want it, there has been progress. A lot of young players have gotten reps, and he wants to build, to your point, build the program the right way, develop players, get them ready to go. And he's been pleased with a lot of things. Obviously, the wins haven't been there, but a lot of other good things have happened.
Shimon Wright. And you ask, you know, what is NIU playing for right now? Because the chance of going to a bowl game out of the question, not in the MAC conversation right now when it comes to the conference championship. He said, look, we're playing for our seniors who have kept this culture great.
It's about pride, right? First and foremost, you want to go out for your seniors with some wins, especially at home, and then get some momentum going into next season.
I think
and
there's
recruiting.
Sorry, Rainey. I think there's some confusion because Shavon Wright was pointing towards the sideline. They were talking about something. Play action for Jalen Macon. He's got to go. Still directing traffic. Avoids one tackle. Make it 2. Steps out at the 30. That should be enough for the first down.
And that's what he can do on the outside. I mean, Dominic Moon, the linebacker, reacts nicely, but in open field, Jalen Macon says, I'm going to beat you, and he does right there. And then he makes another guy miss, and he's able to pick up the first down with his feet.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and I love, too, he was still eyes downfield, directing traffic.
Have to do that, because you never know when someone can pop open. You're still behind the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it.
He's going to send Pierce Opong out. He's got a couple of targets stacked on either side. They go back to Wright. Picks up a yard. Rodney McGraw and Nadeem Tucker. This backfield, it's been that 1-2 punch, but Shavon Wright has been the guy they've been riding the most tonight. It's been him and Telly Johnson all season.
And that's, you know, kind of the new age of college football. You're going to run 2 guys. In the old days, that 1,300 yards would be 1 back, right, with all the carries. But now...
That was you.
Yeah, back, you know, when I played a long time ago, yep, that was the norm. But now you share the load and keep guys healthy.
Play action, they'll throw it to Telly Johnson out of the backfield, and there's a flag down. Tate Halleck with the tackle.
Yeah, I think it's going to be offsides on Western Michigan. I think someone lined up in the neutral zone.
Offside, lined up in the neutral zone. Defense, number 4. 5-yard penalty for the previous spot. 2nd down.
That's exactly what you said.
Yeah, Rodney McGraw. Just a little bit, and you can see him at the top of the screen right here. I do have a telestrator. Let me do that. Forget that I have one. Sorry, folks. But yeah, right there, he was lined up in the neutral zone.
It's a player who's done a complete 180 from last season, committed to himself, committed to this team, on and off the field, and he's been a game changer. Shavon Wright whipped down by Nadeem Tucker. Again, a guy that's first in FBS and TFL.
And I've been impressed. Nadeem Tucker's got a motor. And when you hear people say, oh, this player's got a motor, number 11, bottom of the screen, he never stops. And even if he runs by a player, gets blocked, watch him because he will trail the play. Love that about him. And that's why he's going to play on Sundays, I believe.
I was about to ask you, does he have the chance to do that?
Definitely.
Changing the play. Headset is shut off to Jalen Macon. Having to make the call here. Telly Johnson bouncing on the outside. Leaning forward, I think he's going to be marked short. Rodney McGraw wrapped him up.
Yeah, he's about a half-yard short. And normally I would say you punt this here. You don't want to, you know, give the ball up on your side of the field here right before half. But, you know, with the way this season's been going, Thomas Hammock says, we're going here.
They've already converted once tonight on 4th down. They convert 60% of the time on the season. And it's Shavon Wright taking the direct snap. He didn't get it. The Bronco defense holds. And they're about to have excellent field position. James Camden.
Yeah, and Camden's been effective tonight all over the place. Just look at right there.
Running on the field, the ball carrier was short of the line to gain. Turnover on downs, 1st and 10, Western Michigan.
Western Michigan won at the line of scrimmage. You saw that push come back, and because the D-line won, James Camden, the linebacker, number 9, was able to scrape underneath there, get to the back right to stop him before he got to the 40-yard line, and now that momentum has flipped. You can just see the bench of Western Michigan a little excited here. Now they got an opportunity, court with 2:26 left, go down, score, take the lead before half.
They got their first points on their last drive, a touchdown by Brock Lowry, the quarterback. They go ground game on the first play, and they pick up about 8 yards on that carry. Devin Miles with the carry. That could take us to the 2-minute timeout. They'll run a play back to Miles. Bouncing to the edge. It took 3 different guys to take him down. He's got the first down to the 25, and that should be the 2-minute timeout. Western Michigan looking for its first lead of the ball game. Zoom in, thank you. We are anxiously awaiting those new playoff rankings. Western Michigan looking for its first lead of the ballgame. They trailed 13-0. Western Michigan, if they win tonight and win next week, they control their own destiny. That would put them in the MAC championship game.
And the best thing they did tonight early on is they didn't panic. Because, again, they know the defense is strong. They're going to keep them in it. And finally, the offense has gotten going here.
Jalen Buckley, their main back up the middle, still needs 1 more yard to move the chains. What's changed the last couple of drives?
I think the attitude. They got the running game going with a little more consistency. Got Brock Lowry running. And they're in no hurry here. Obviously got to get this first down, but they just want to score late. Don't give NIU the ball back and go into halftime with the lead.
Riding Buckley. He's got the first down.
Just enough push there to get it past the 15-yard line.
So clock pauses at 1:01 with the first down.
And with all 3 timeouts left, you can still run the ball. You can run your whole offense, and they're going to use one right there and still have 2. Lance Taylor will in his back pocket.
You know, Lance Taylor told us as a player he loves playing on the road, but this is a Western Michigan team that hasn't had their best games on the road, specifically in MACTion, and he challenged his group this week to BYOJ, bring your own juice.
And you have to. You know, it's a Tuesday night, right? Because MACTion, you're playing Tuesday, Wednesday nights. It's cold, it's chilly, not the biggest crowd, and so that's exactly what he meant by bringing your own juice. And you know, and Thomas Hammock also said, listen, it's a tough place to play. They got to come in here and beat us in our home stadium.
And to get ready to play here this week, they moved practice tonight for MACTion. They didn't play any music. Sometimes they got out and practiced in the snow. You never know what you're going to get in DeKalb.
That's right.
1st and 10 for Brock Lowry and this Broncos offense. Buckley falling forward to the 8, stopped by Philip Maturowski.
Yeah, and Buckley always does a nice job hitting the hole, that forward lean.
Playing back near his hometown. Buckley wants the end zone. He'll get it. Touchdown Western Michigan, and they have a tie. A chance to take the lead for the first time with the PAT.
And that's how you finish a run. Again, inside zone, you see the tight end come across, great little seal block there, and then running behind your pads, lowering them, running with power. Excellent job, Jalen Buckley.
He's from Aurora, Illinois, about 30 minutes away.
And I believe that was tight end Michael Brescia that came across there with a nice little block. Gave him credit.
Palmer Domschke gives Western Michigan its first lead of the night. They trailed 13-0.
And again, first quarter, not so much. Patience. Done really nice here in the second quarter. Look at the push by that offensive line. Love it. Gavin Dabo out there, 72. Buckley gets right behind him, good lean. Powers it in the end zone.
10 carries for Jalen Buckley, 56 yards, and that rushing touchdown, his 4th touchdown of the season, and a guy that's finally healthy.
Well, and we talked about it in the open. We said he's a 20 to 25 carry guy, right on that pace with 10 carries here in the first half, and very productive. Well, Miley Cyrus now too.
Yeah.
Why not?
The playlist has been so MACTion.
That's good. 100% MACTion playlist. You're right.
Can we get some Avril Lavigne?
Yeah.
Wow, Western Michigan just juiced right now.
And their special teams has gotten better as well,
Yes.
right?
Remember, Western Michigan, if they win out, they're into the MAC championship game. There's kind of a logjam of 4 and 2 teams, and these are their remaining schedules for those handful of teams that are 4 and 2.
So the
in
important
conference.
thing here for Western Michigan, they own the head-to-head against Central Michigan, Ohio, and Toledo, beating them all. They lost to Miami, so they don't, and they didn't play Buffalo. So again, they control their own destiny. If they win the next 2, they're in the championship. If they go 1 of 2, then still got a good chance, but still a lot to play for here.
It was Elijah Porter, the ball carrier. There is a flag on the very far side of the field.
Tackled by James Camden and Kershawn Fisher.
Offside. Defense number 20, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
It's on Kershawn Fisher.
Same position as Rodney McGraw, who did it earlier. So those defensive ends, just got to look down the line, make sure you're not in the neutral zone.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 29 seconds. 29 seconds, please.
29 seconds, and NIU's got 2 timeouts. Remember, Western Michigan will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Elijah Porter up the middle. Man, he hit that hole hard. First down and more.
He absolutely did. Good burst there. And really, NIU's just trying to see if they can pop one. They don't want to make a mistake throwing the ball. And Porter almost took it a long distance there.
That was a 20-yard pickup. Now Macon will look to throw it. And that in the area of Gary Givens, who's a young guy they're excited about, but that passing complete.
That was the first throw tonight, really, for Macon. It just didn't come out of his hand good. It just kind of short arm it, and I think that's a little bit with the cold, the thumb, a little bit of sitting on the bench for a while with that Western Michigan offense out there.
And he broke his thumb in fall camp, has only attempted 6 passes now on the season. And now Western Michigan is going to use a timeout.
Timeout, Western Michigan. Their second charge timeout of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
11 seconds left in the half.
Well, it's a good timeout because you fought hard to get back and take the lead at halftime. You don't want to give up a big play here, even to give up a field goal late, right? Because you got that momentum as Western Michigan. You want to keep it in the locker room here at halftime.
I'll stick with Elijah Porter as the running back. Here on 2nd down, Jalen Macon will pull it from him to the 44, stopped by Nadeem Tucker.
Timeout, Northern Illinois. Their second charge timeout of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
And 5 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and talked about Nadeem Tucker's motor. And that's another one right there. He'll run down the line. He does not quit. He makes the tackle there. Yeah, so for 5 seconds left here, I mean.
Well, look at Jalen Macon. I mean, he's favoring, remember, broke his thumb on his throwing hand in fall camp. can see him kind of messing with it right now.
Again, that cold weather is affecting it tonight. And we'll take a look at Tucker here, number 11. You see him come inside, and then just once he recognizes that Macon's going outside, the change of direction by Tucker. And that's 6'3", 250. He's an edge rusher, good speed, but getting back to Macon's thumb, you would imagine they took a timeout. You got to throw it here with 5 seconds left. Otherwise, you know, why would you take the timeout?
Well, now Western Michigan is going to call timeout.
Western Michigan, their third and final charge timeout of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
They had lined up Diari Rogers, NIU had at the top. He is their top target if they're looking to throw it.
And really, you would think conventional wisdom, you're going to stretch the field with 5 seconds left and go down the field. I think they're probably going to run a bubble screen to him just to get the ball in his hands and see if he can make someone miss and maybe take it the distance.
See a little blood on Jalen Macon's hand on that right pinky. That is his throwing hand.
Kind of holding his wrist there as well.
He's attempted 5 passes tonight. That was more than he had on the season coming into the game. They'll hand it off. Back to Elijah Porter. And that'll do it for the half.
A lot of timeouts by both sides for not there. It's all good, though.
Northern Illinois had a 13-0 lead, but Western Michigan, who controls its own destiny, trying to get to the MAC championship game, they've got the lead going into the locker room. Let's get you to the studio with Zubin and the guys.
That's the end of the first half.
Meet your new Dell PC with Intel inside. With all-day battery life to power through your to-dos, so you have extra free time and extra savings. So this holiday season, you can be as extra as you want.
Doors bring us together. A dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors.
Oh, can you sign this for me quickly?
She's so ready to take over. With a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth for generations. Doors were meant to be opened.
Gemini, I want to go hard this workout. Can you push me?
Got it. Stop admiring and start climbing.
I could run these forever. Can you give me more?
43,548 steps to reach the top of Mount Everest.
Now we talking. Can your phone do that?
Liberty Mutual customizes.
Wait, am I in one of those Liberty Mutual commercials where they stand in front of the Statue of Liberty and talk about how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need?
Yes.
Huh. What happens in this one?
Seagulls.
Oh, I like it. How are you doing?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Lucky that
I'm sorry. Boss Bottled Beyond, the new eau de parfum.
Gemini, I want to go hard this workout. Can you push me?
Got it. Stop admiring and start climbing.
I could run these forever. Can you give me more?
43,548 steps to reach the top of Mount Everest.
Now we talking. Can your phone do that?
Trucks. MACTion in DeKalb. And Northern Illinois had a 13-0 lead, but Western Michigan, the team at the top of the MAC standings, takes a lead just before the half, 14-13. Third quarter about to get set, and Western Michigan will start with the football. Courtney Lyle and Rini Angolia with you. What changed for the Broncos in that second quarter?
Patience, because the first quarter was all NIU, but then they got the running game going, got Brock Lowry going, got Buckley going, and so patience, and just like that, they take the lead at half.
Now let's take a look at the quarterbacks for both of these teams. Let's start with Jalen Macon, just his second start of the season.
Yeah, again, a big, strong quarterback, good speed, athletic, can run. You know, only 11 combined passes from both quarterbacks, but Macon made some nice plays out there and kept him in this game. Again, the good first quarter. We'll see how he comes out in the second half, but made some plays with his legs as we thought he would. And then Brock Lowry took him a little bit to get going, but once he did, some good pulls on the zone read. Blocked a little bit for his running backs. Love to see that. That's what a leader does. And then, of course, finishes it off and gets in the end zone. So once Lowry got going in that Western Michigan offense, looked much better in the second quarter.
This is an important game for Western Michigan. They control their own destiny. A win tonight and a win next week would put them in the MAC championship game. Now, a loss does not take them out of the MAC championship game, but obviously you want to be in your own driver's seat.
Yeah, you'd much rather just control it, win out, but you got to take it one at a time. So, I mean, that was an important thing, too, that they weren't looking ahead as a team like, okay, we just got to win two. No. You got to win one at a time. You got to come on the road and win a tough one tonight. And they have the lead at halftime. We'll see how this second half plays out.
Western Michigan has not beaten NIU since 2021. They haven't won the MAC championship since 2016. And they're going to start at the 11-yard line. So for Western Michigan, last 9 plays have all been running plays for them. 89 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Jalen Buckley, Devin Miles have been those two main guys in the backfield. And of course, we told you about Brock Lowry's legs. And Jalen Buckley, the local kid from about 30 minutes from this stadium, he's back there for Western Michigan. Already has a rushing touchdown tonight. He'll get the first carry of the second half. And it's a good one, a first down.
That's one thing Western Michiganite's been really good on first down, particularly Buckley. I mean, he's had an 11-yard run, a 10-yard run, and here he's going to start out with another 10-plus yard run on first down.
Hey, there's nothing like staying on schedule, right?
And that'll do it.
Jalen Buckley was the 2023 MAC Freshman of the Year, had over 1,000 yards. He averaged 5.3 yards per carry that season. He's been a little banged up this year, but right now he is healthy. They toss it up to Talik Williams coming around on the jet sweep. Picks up 2. And Jalen Buckley, yeah, he's got a touchdown tonight, but he's no stranger to playing on this field at NIU. This is him in high school, and keep in mind, he played both ways.
Yeah, he's definitely familiar with this field, feels comfortable on this field. Look at the runs by him in high school. And then, yeah, a little defense, too. Played safety. Nice little interception and a run back.
Nothing like getting to come home for a little MACTion. This is Brock Lowry, bouncing to the outside. Some guys blocking for him, too. That gets the first down, plus about 3.
Yeah, and just good vision by Lowry as he bounces this. He knows he's not a speedster, right? So he doesn't try to bounce it all the way out. He sets up that block, gets upfield, and gets every yard he can. Very efficient.
That's a 12-yard pickup for Brock Lowry, who started his career at Indiana. That was in 2023, made 4 appearances there. Now in his second season at Western Michigan. Devin Miles, his turn to carry the football. And NIU is ready for him. Still gains about a yard. Deshaun Dixon with the stop. You know, in that first half, this NIU defense, they were juiced. They were ready to go.
They came out humming early. They were flying around the football, got the takeaway. They were hitting. And then once Western Michigan got in that second quarter, just kind of slowed the game down, if you will, and were able to get the lead.
Western Michigan loves to possess the football. They're first in the MAC in time of possession. All of their wins have come when they've had the ball for over 30 minutes.
Kevin Miles on the carry.
And they get it to 3rd and short again. And, it's very different offenses, but similar. We do Army and Navy, especially Army. They live in 3rd and short because they're a running team. They want to get there and they want to convert. Western Michigan reminds me of that with the way they run the ball, especially with quarterback run as well.
And on 3rd down tonight, Rini, they've gone 2 for 5.
Yeah.
They do have Jalen Buckley back in there in the backfield. Buckley, beautiful hole, 1st down. Across midfield, too, before Philip Maturowski made the tackle.
Yeah, great job on that left side of that line. And this is one where, Buckley just stays on his feet, doesn't get tripped up. You think he comes out the backside, he's off to the races there. But picks up the 1st down, which is exactly what he needed to do.
Jalen Buckley got that rushing touchdown. That means the last 3 games he's had a rushing touchdown. First time he has strung even back-to-back games with a rushing touchdown together this season. As we mentioned, the injury he's been dealing with. A little banged up. Brock Lowry on the move. Steps out about the 44-yard line, 1st down Western Michigan.
I love it when the RB1, the star running back, is not carrying the ball, he's blocking. And you see Buckley there. Doesn't have to be a knockout block. Just shield him, get in the way, a little kick out there. And Lowry cuts right off his backside. And this running game of Western Michigan looks really good here to start this 3rd quarter.
Buckley's got room on the edge, carrying a guy to the 20-yard line. Taylor Powell went along for the ride with Buckley.
And Walt Bell's doing a nice job calling this game to the left side, to the right side again. Keeping this defense on their toes, making them defend the entire field. Sideline to sideline, just trying to wear them down up front.
And Rini, Western Michigan has a season high 224 rushing yards, and we just started the 3rd quarter. If it works, stick with it. On schedule there, 1st down, they get 5.
Yeah, and it's just a good job by that offensive line once again. Controlling the line of scrimmage. Leaning on that Northern Illinois defensive front.
And an offensive line that in their last game against Ohio, they had to come back and win. And the players of the game, it wasn't one player. They gave it to the entire offensive line.
And I think they're getting better. They really are. I know it's late in the season, but when you're trying to win a MAC championship, that's a group you want gelling.
Devin Miles weaving through the pile right at the marker. Maybe a little bit short.
Yeah, he needed to get nose of that football to the 10. It's just short. But again, 3rd down distance that you can live in here. And no doubt, Lance Taylor knows he's got 2 downs to pick this up. I highly doubt he'd kick a field goal here, but they're probably highly confident they're going to pick this half yard up here.
They've just pounded the rock all the way down the field on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Speaking of pounding the rock, you could hear that up in the press box. It's a 1st down.
That's the slobber knocker noise we were talking about. But let's listen to this. Watch Devin Miles hit this hole. And that's good on good with Erweiler there. Now I'm a little older, so those hits, I don't really miss them anymore.
Yeah.
But, back in the day, I loved it. Taking on a linebacker like that, getting a 1st down.
12th play of the drive for the Broncos. Brock Lowry, corner, end zone, touchdown. The Broncos just rolled down the field.
So I just said I'm a little old. My memory's lapsed, but they did not throw a pass on that drive, right? It was all on the ground,
I think it was every play was a run play.
Every single play was a run play.
No, there was one pass.
Okay, well, see, that's why I had to ask. Oh, there was a little, and it was a pop pass on a jet sweep.
Yep.
So technically it's a pass, but it's really a run. I mean, that was an efficient drive by Western Michigan to start the second half. Wow.
Western Michigan adding to its lead, trying to stay at the top of the MAC standings, and Brock Lowry into the end zone.
Kids, do you know what the point of luxury travel is?
Togetherness? Creating memories.
Adorable. But no, it's about having a City Strata Elite card so you can relax in the Admirals Club until the last possible second.
City Strata Elite. Rewards where it counts. That's the point.
These are the holidays. They can be a lot. And this is your new Dell PC with Intel inside. It helps you handle a lot. From taking care of business with all-day battery life, to taking care of holiday to-dos with AI tools, to taking care of Aunt Jean, even if she can be a lot.
Here's this week's featured ESPN women's college basketball matchup as a part of Feast Week presented by Lowe's. Jazzy Davidson and USC squaring off against Hannah Hidalgo, the nation's leading scorer, 34 points per game, and 18th ranked Notre Dame. They're looking to bounce back after a loss to Michigan. It'll be Friday at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, also available on the all-new ESPN app.
Juju's not ready yet, right?
No, she'll be out for the season. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
That hurts.
Hannah Hidalgo, though, had a NCAA record 16 steals the other night.
It's not bad.
Yeah, and 44 points.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good line.
Pretty full stat line.
Yeah. Crossover time now. Basketball, football. I love it.
Well, Lance Taylor comes from a football family. His dad, James, played at Alabama and actually played for the great Bear Bryant. So we asked Lance, did your dad tell you any stories about Coach Bryant? He said, yeah, and this quote stuck with me. He said, I actually told my team last week this quote, if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. And that was something he talked to the team about going into the Ohio game facing the defending MAC champs.
So it really wasn't Ric Flair that said it first. It was Bear Bryant. I love it. And, I mean, how awesome is that, though? His dad played for Bear Bryant. The stories, phenomenal.
Who knew you were going to mention Ric Flair?
Well, he always, he tweaked it a little bit. He said to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Right.
Same thing. He tweaked it a little bit on Bear Bryant, so.
Lance's dad, James, comes to a lot of the games. And, of course, Lance himself walked on at Alabama as a wide receiver. There's Jalen Macon heaving it up into the air to Ricky Taylor, overshoots.
Boy, he had him as well. He had a step. That time, the secondary, Western Michigan, had those dirty eyes. They got caught looking inside. Taylor gets by Joey Pope. And yeah, Jalen Macon knows he missed one there because that was a big one. That could have been a home run.
It's only his 6th pass attempt tonight.
You got, and when you're not throwing it, man, your arms got to be cold, right?
We only had 11 combined passing attempts in the first half. No chance for Macon here. The Dame Tucker and James Camden, who combined for 17 tackles in the first half.
You knew Tucker was going to be involved in there. Top of the screen again. The motor doesn't stop, runs by him, but then comes back. And yeah, James Camden has had one heck of a night thus far from that linebacker spot, number 9.
He had 10 tackles last week, or in the last game against Ohio. He had 10 tackles in the first half of this game. Now he's up to 12. Blake Basma back, and we'll just field this punt. So Western Michigan on top and back on offense, looking to add to this lead.
The Cowboys
College Football Playoff begins December 19th and concludes with the National Championship January 19th on ESPN.
Vivid Seats' new lowest price guarantee means you get lower ticket prices in the Vivid Seats app. Guaranteed.
We got tickets!
But Vivid Seats cannot guarantee that you'll crash a tailgate and walk away without a concussion. Or your chest pains will survive sub-zero temps. Or your kid will catch a foul ball and actually keep it. And Vivid Seats definitely cannot guarantee that you'll have your voice the next day. But we can guarantee lower ticket prices only in the Vivid Seats app. Download now.
Gemini, I want to go hard this workout. Can you push me?
Got it. Stop admiring and start climbing.
I could run these forever. Can you give me more?
43,548 steps to reach the top of Mount Everest.
Now we talking. Can your phone do that?
Start for Western Michigan. They're getting it going now, especially on the ground. Jalen Buckley. Great push by that offensive line. Inside, outside. Brock Lowry, the quarterback, finishes it off. Excellent blocking on the perimeter. And Western Michigan leads at 21-13.
Yeah, Jalen Buckley getting the majority of the carries, but Devin Miles got a season-high 61 rushing yards. Buckley is about 3 yards away from 100.
Yeah, and Miles had a hard run on fourth down as well.
Western Michigan started this game down 13-0. Their very first offensive play of the game, they threw an interception. Now they've went back to committing to the run game, which has been their calling card all season. Quinn Erlier with this tackle.
And you believe, like defensive coordinator Rob Harley and that defense, they're going to have to sell out, right, to try to stop the run. This is where you watch. You see a Fall Bell, a little chess game, right? Little play action. See if Brock Lowry can maybe hit a receiver down the field, because I do believe NIU has to sell out to stop the run, especially after that last possession.
Brock Lowry ran it in for a touchdown to cap their last drive. A little option look as he pitches it out to Buckley.
And when I talk about selling out to stop the run, NIU had 9 players within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, so everyone's up in the run box.
Third and 9 on the way. Western Michigan 4 of 7 tonight on third down. Their last drive took 6 minutes and 44 seconds. They're in danger of going 3 and out here. Christian Leary with the catch. And still going to be short of what they needed.
And you got to punt this if you're Lance Taylor. You can't even think about it. Got a little breathing room there. Almost got the first down, but good job by the NIU defense. Get that underneath throw. Just come up and make the tackle short of the marker. He's about 3 yards short. It's good defense there. Now you got to punt this thing, but a good job by the NIU defense to get that 3 and out. Much needed.
D'Ari Rogers is back for NIU with Ryan Bilmore on to punt. Rogers is going to run it. Not very far. Only got about 1 more yard after making the catch. And an injured player down for Western Michigan right now. NIU on offense when we come back. It was a non-contact. Just went down, and he's being helped off right now, playing on special teams for Western Michigan. NIU back on offense here. Pushing forward is Shavon Wright to the 29-yard line. James Camden on the stop.
And Telly Johnson's in there as well. He's running back mate kind of was pulling him forward there, trying to help him out.
First down for NIU.
And much like I talked about Western Michigan in the first half, having patience, same thing goes for Northern Illinois here in the second half. You're only down by 1 score. No reason to panic. Just run your offense. Don't rush.
Macon heaves it, and that pass incomplete. Looking towards the area of Telly Johnson, Micah Davis in coverage.
Yeah, ran a little wheel route. It's the matchup they want. Telly Johnson on Micah Davis, the safety, and pressure was coming down. Probably had to throw it a count before he wanted to.
If you're just tuning into this game, Jalen Macon has missed most of the season. He broke his thumb going live in fall camp. Just his second start in back-to-back weeks. Telly Johnson eaten alive. Joey Pope for the loss.
Read, recognize, and react. That's what Joey Pope does on this toss play. Reads it immediately, reacts to it, and then finishes it off and makes the play. The TFL, tackle for a loss.
Loses 3 on the play. And now it's 3rd and long for NIU. Macon spinning. Picks up just 2, and it's a stop for Western Michigan's defense. Saipaia with the tackle.
Saipaia does a nice job reading that. Just quarterback draw. They try to catch maybe Western Michigan sleeping, dropping back in coverage, thinking they're going to throw it on 3rd and long, and they don't. And I tell you what, Jalen Macon looks a little beat up as well. I mean, that's the one thing with a running quarterback. You're going to take a lot of hits. It's going to wear on you.
Jake Ferentz on to punt, and Blake Bosma back. It's the tight end that they've put back there for Western Michigan in punt returns because they've had some ball security issues.
I wish they'd let him return it, though, not just fair catch it.
Yeah, he'll only fair catch it or let it bounce. All right, top 8 in the MAC standings. Western Michigan a win tonight, a win a week from tonight. They're playing in the MAC championship
game. And that's
game.
what you want to do, right? Be able to control your own destiny. So they got to get this one tonight, get the next one, and they're in. And then you got a bunch of teams bumbled up, right? At 4-2. I mean, look at the parity there. I mean, it's going to go down to the last week in the season who makes it to this conference championship game.
And just below them are these 5 teams. But you want to be in the spot to control your own destiny, which is exactly where the Broncos are. Jalen Buckley takes a hard hit, still picks up about 6 on the carry.
Well, you know, he takes a hard hit. Now you hear the crowd go, oh, but he's always falling forward. He goes forward for another yard or 2, and that's what you love about Jalen Buckley.
And Jalen Buckley's got his second 100-yard rushing game of the season. He's at 104 yards. His season high is 112 against North Texas.
I'm going to go on a limb and say he's going to break that tonight.
Broncos started this quarter out with a 6-minute and 44-second drive that ended in a Brock Lowry touchdown. They ran all but 1 running play on that drive.
And again, it was a pop pass on a jet sweep, so technically it's a pass, but for all intents and purposes, they ran the ball every single down.
Their identity from day 1 of Lance Taylor taking over 3 years ago: run the ball, play physical, and play great defense.
Yeah.
Those have been the staples of this program.
It's not flashy, but it's going to win you games.
Western Michigan became bowl eligible last week, now looking for a spot in the MAC championship. You run the ball, you get first down. Jalen Buckley falling forward.
Yeah, and again, understanding it's 3rd and short where you go. Run the ball, control the clock. I mean, it reminds me when I played in the 90s, that's really what you did. We didn't throw it a lot. We ran the ball. We controlled the line of scrimmage, ran that clock. And you're going to win a lot of 21-14 games that way, 21-17, 14-10. Again, people today aren't used to that. They want 45, 35 games. But this is an effective way to play and win games.
Clock winding down here in the third quarter. Lowry taking a shot. Almost picked off. I mean, into the hands of Jacob Finley, but he dropped it.
We talked about, right, the play action, trying to stretch someone down the field, but I tell you what, Jacob Finley from Northern Illinois was not surprised at all. He was not fooled. The captain stays right with him, stride for stride, and almost intercepts it.
He's one of the most experienced on the back end for this NIU defense. Lowry already has a pick tonight, threw it on the very first offensive play of the game. And they go back to Devin Miles. It'll be the last play of the third quarter. It's a good one. It's for a first down, and Western Michigan is at midfield.
And Miles has got a little wiggle to him. I like it when he gets out there into space. He can move those hips a little bit, a little speed out there. It's a really good change of pace from Buckley.
One quarter to go in DeKalb. Western Michigan had to come from behind, but in control right now on the road. They lead at 21-13.
Gemini, I want to go hard this workout. Can you push me?
Got it. Stop admiring and start climbing.
I could run these forever. Can you give me more?
43,548 steps to reach the top of Mount Everest.
Now we talking. Can your phone do that?
Hey, Courtney and Renee, we got the best tailgate in town. Come on down. We got plenty of food, plenty of drink. Go Huskies.
Hey, let's go.
How good is that? I mean, he looks like a great cook, and then looking at that food, he is a great cook.
That is prime MACTion tailgating right there.
I would have one of everything, and you know I would, too.
I don't doubt that for a second. I will not deny it. Courtney Lyle and Renee Angolia with you from DeKalb for this MACTion Tuesday. Western Michigan in control. Brock Lowry with the run. Western Michigan has had 27 runs on its last 30 plays.
And if you're just joining us, they were down 13-0 in this game early. 21 unanswered, came out here in the second half and really have demonstrated how good of a running team they can be.
Brock Lowry tonight. We've seen him throw it. We've also seen him use his legs a lot. Here he'll hand it off to Devin Miles. And he, just like Jalen Buckley, falling forward.
But the shiftiness of Devin Miles, I really like his quickness, able to jump cut quickly, get north and south, and pick up another first down.
Devin Miles has 10 carries tonight. He had 4 carries over the last 3 games coming into tonight. There's Brock Lowry's numbers. Miles started at JUCO, rushed for over 1,200 yards last season and 15 touchdowns. Lowry back up inside to the 35.
And again, doesn't look like much, but stands up. 5 yards on first down, on schedule.
You know, for Brock Lowry, going back, I was looking at some of his high school numbers. He was the top quarterback in the state of Ohio coming out. They were state champions. He ended up going to Indiana. He has the high school passing yard records, but he played offense, defense, and special teams in high school.
Great athlete. Has great self-awareness of what his abilities are and what he's good at.
Miles. It's just a running back's dream, right? They're getting holes to run through this offensive line.
And the offensive line's leaning on them. They're moving the line of scrimmage. And when an offensive line can move a line of scrimmage by like a yard or two, and then look at the hole. I mean, just in the patience by Devin Miles. I love to see that. You're just not busting right up in there. You're letting that block set up a little bit, and then the wiggleness that Devin Miles has, I really like. And it's a good 1-2 punch with him and Buckley. Actually, 1-2-3 punch. Got to put Lowry in there as well.
I like wiggleness.
Yeah, I made that up.
I like it. Did you have wiggleness?
I did not have wiggleness.
Jalen Buckley here. This offensive line, Reedy, I mean, they lost 2 All-Americans from last season, and then Raheem Anderson is the starting center now, but actually he didn't win the starting job in fall camp. Transferred in from Michigan, didn't win the job, stayed ready when their starting center went down.
Yeah, playing good. Gavin Dabo's been playing good. Chad Schuster, the right tackle, 76. He's probably been playing the best of that unit, but they're gelling at the right time.
Just monster gains every carry, and they're just adding to a season high, over almost 300 yards rushing
and just
tonight.
Getting back to Raheem Anderson, the center, the leader up front. I mean, they're running right over him every time. Double team there with Anderson and Dabo.
They're taking a look at Jasper Beeler right now if NIU's defense will step aside.
ESPN presented by Ram, official sponsor of the College Football Playoff.
Well, it's become a tradition here at NIU. The Huskies hold a women's football clinic for fans to come and learn about the game at the Huskies facility. They get tour of the facilities, meet the coaches and players, Q&A, and tonight a part of our MAC officiating crew, Amanda Bender, is on the crew. She's our side judge tonight. It's pretty cool.
This looks a little cold, like us.
I mean, everyone is cold in here.
That's great to see.
Well, this drive for Western Michigan, 11 plays, 10 runs, 63 yards, over 5 minutes. Jalen Buckley. Yeah, I mean, they've got a season high over 300 rushing yards.
The thing that's demoralizing, right, they're getting 4, 5, 6 yards a pop, right? That just goes to show you what that offensive line's doing, leaning on them.
Buckley's at 132 on the night, his season high. Jasper Beeler was able to walk off the field, and he's already back in the game for NIU before we took that commercial break. Lowry. Up the middle he goes, and a yard short of a touchdown.
But picks up the first down, so now it's 1st and goal from the 1. Just quarterback power, I love it. You put it in the belly, but then you follow your back, Buckley, through the hole.
Buckley gets stopped short.
Yeah, that time a nice job by NIU to get off the blocks. Quinn Erweiler, linebacker, comes over the top to make that tackle. Mark Hensley as well, number 10. Defensive tackle. That's what they have to do. They have to beat the blocks at the point of attack.
Western Michigan won't be in any kind of hurry. They're first in the MAC in time of possession. Want to eat up as much clock as possible. I think they're going to take a timeout now. We'll kick off your Week 12 NFL Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern. The Countdown Crew on ESPN and the all-new ESPN app. They'll have all the early breaking stories, injury updates, and previews of the games. And then here is our Week 12 Monday Night Football matchup. 49ers taking on the Panthers at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and the all-new ESPN app. Peyton and Eli over on ESPN2. Coverage kicks off with NFL Live at 3 Eastern, and then Scott Van Pelt and the Monday Night Countdown crew at 6 Eastern. How cold do we think that pizza is?
You know, it's got to be cold. But, you know, it's one thing with pizza. You can eat it cold.
Feels like 32
look at
degrees here
a cold
in
hot
DeKalb.
dog to the right with the adult beverage. Holding that thing like he's trying to kill it.
Second and goal here for Western Michigan, looking to add to its lead. They've scored 21 unanswered. Buckley almost got tripped up. Instead, he'll go into the end zone for the touchdown. 2 TDs tonight for Jalen Buckley.
I think he likes this field. Pretty nice homecoming for Jalen Buckley tonight. You know, bends that to the left, and it looked like NIU had penetration. They were going to get a tackle for a loss, and Buckley, as you said, almost stumbled Court, but then squared those shoulders up and got it into the end zone.
Palmer Domsky on for the point after. And the Broncos bulldozing on the road. Trying to get one win closer to a spot in the MAC championship game.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance for either of us. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. Get your family the gift of peace of mind and financial security through Ethos.
Check your price today at ethos.com.
Jalen Buckley's got 24 carries, 133 yards, and 2 touchdowns tonight as Western Michigan has scored 28 unanswered.
Yeah, exactly what you want from your RB1. You look good tonight.
And Reni's been singing the praises of Jalen Buckley all week. What was it that stood out to you about him, watching him on film and now seeing him in person?
You talked about it earlier. Like, he's healthy now. That goes a long way, right? And it just gives you confidence. You know you're going to get touches, right? That's another thing, too. A lot of running backs like, oh, hope coach gives me the ball. You know, with Western Michigan and Walt Bell's offense, he's going to get those touches. I mean, not too many backs get 24, 25 carries a game in college football today, but he's got that. But again, Black Lowry, Devin Miles as well. So it's a great little combination they got going with that running game.
Well, for this NIU team, they started out the first quarter great, but struggling here second. For Northern Illinois, this is going to be their last season in the MAC. They've spent two different stints in the MAC. 6-time MAC champions. That's the most among current members of the conference, and they've also had 8 Player of the Year awards.
Yeah, they've been really good for a long time in the MAC, and so moving on, though, and see what they do in the Mountain West. A little bit of travel in their future.
And, Rainey, we're going to see a new quarterback in, Brady Davidson, who has 7 appearances on the season. Remember, NIU has played 3 different quarterbacks this year.
And he's different. He's a big, strong pocket passer. Can make all the throws on the field, so I'm assuming we're about to see a complete change, a 180 in what NIU will do offensively here.
I'll start with a handoff to Telly Johnson. But for Brady Davidson, saw him a little bit in the UMass game, 3 for 4. High school threw for over 3,000 yards as a senior, and he's from Columbia, Missouri, went to Rockbridge High School, the same high school that the WNBA's Sophie Cunningham went to.
It's good knowledge there. Like
Steel
that.
trap. Carl Edwards, I believe, also went there, the NASCAR driver. Looking for a shot downfield. Flags are out, and scooping it in is Gary Givens.
I wonder if they're going to call offensive interference. It looked like Givens might have ran over the back of the defender. He's got as much right to the ball as the receiver.
Jarvarius Sims was the
pass interference, offense, number 7. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Second down.
There you go, Rini.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I give Givens credit. You got to go for it.
Penalty is half the distance to the goal.
Sims was in really good position here, and yeah, he does push him over, and it's a good call.
For Gary Givens, it's a young guy that they are hoping continues to take steps. We saw him with his first touchdown of the season last week against UMass.
He's a physical receiver. Said he's got really good strength, can stretch the field. Again, one of those young guys are getting better with each and every rep.
But hey, we saw in that play, Brady Davidson's got an arm.
Yep.
I'll spread it out. Gets hit as he throws this ball. The pass complete anyway to Diari Rogers. At the 30. Sims coming in with the pressure here.
No, watch the zip on the ball. I mean, he's got to feel this. He knows he's going to get hit. Sims just a count late, and then, boy, look at the spin on that ball by Brady Davidson. Good throw.
Davidson flushed from the pocket, almost tripped, and is just going to take it out of bounds. Northern Illinois was hoping they would get a spark from Jalen Macon. They did in the first quarter, but it fizzled out, so now they've gone to Brady Davidson.
And that's where the young quarterback, when you get out of the pocket right there, I mean, it was third down, so I mean, really not much to do, but just for rep's sake, just throw that ball away. Don't run out of bounds with it, especially when you're down. You'll stop the clock, throw it away, don't take a loss, and we'll have to punt here.
Nothing like punting to the tight end.
It's been good back there.
Yep.
Fair catching machine.
Dropped the snap, and it's got away from them. And Jake Ferentz eventually got there, but a disaster on special teams for NIU.
Yeah, and it's just a play you got to make, and Western Michigan has all the momentum this having. He just plain drops it and tries to pick it up and kind of throws it backwards, and Western Michigan is in good position here. That's a lonely feeling too when you're a punter like that and you just drop the ball and there's really nothing you can do. It was no one's fault walking to the sideline.
And now Western Michigan gets the ball on the 5-yard line. Miles to the 1. Devin Miles getting closer to a 100-yard gain. His season high was 54 yards coming into this game. He's at 90.
And he's going to touch it again here. They're going to try to get him a score.
Lowry actually pulls it forward into the end zone. Touchdown Broncos.
Sorry, Devin. I was trying to get you one there.
Yeah.
Brock said, "No, I'm going to pull it. I'm going to keep it right behind you." But yeah, they're humming on all cylinders with this running attack tonight. Took them a quarter to get started, but once they got rolling, they're going.
Doesn't hurt to start on the 5-yard line.
No, yeah, that's good. Well, for them, they'd like to start a little farther back. It's more yards they can get running.
Oh goodness, the kicker was just hit on the PAT and the flag comes out. After the PAT went through, Palmer Domsky was just lit up.
Running in the kicker. Defense. Penalties decline. Try is good.
And Domsky looks to be okay. But a trouble on the punt team for NIU gives Western Michigan the ball on the 5-yard line. They punch it in, and they're up 35-13.
Vivid Seats' new lowest price guarantee means you get lower ticket prices in the Vivid Seats app. Guaranteed. We got tickets! But Vivid Seats cannot guarantee that you'll crash a tailgate and walk away without a concussion. Or your chest pains will survive sub-zero temps. Or your kid will catch a foul ball and actually keep it. And Vivid Seats definitely cannot guarantee that you'll have your voice the next day. But we can guarantee lower ticket prices only in the Vivid Seats app. Download now.
Hi, it's Cade Klubnik, looking to shake up my workouts. Got anything new?
All right, Cade, let's start with the mental game.
Quiz me on the snag concept.
If the flat defender widens, where do you go?
This guy. Gemini, how's my form?
Crushing it. What's next?
Can your phone do that?
Wednesday, join us for some NBA action. Katie and the Rockets will be in Cleveland taking on Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs at 7 Eastern, and then the Knicks will be in Dallas playing the second game of a 5-game road trip against Cooper Flag and the Mavs. The NBA Countdown crew tip off our coverage at 6:30 Eastern. Got some Western Michigan fans in the house here in DeKalb, Illinois.
Yeah. Think they'll make the trek to Ypsilanti next week for the finale?
Spot the MAC championship on the line, yeah.
I know some people that'll be there, too.
Yeah, you and me.
You and me, yeah. You will be there.
I hope you'll be there. It's been your kind of night, Reedy. Running backs, let's go.
24, 25 carries, up the middle, inside zone. We'll bounce some as well. Good job by the offensive line. Exactly the night we expected out of Jalen Buckley, and he has delivered.
133 yards on the ground, and more importantly, no runs for a loss tonight.
And look
for
at
Buckley.
For the team, 326. That's a very good night.
That's a monster number on the ground. That's a season high, no doubt.
I mean, you talked about Miles is close to 100 yards. When you can have two guys over 100 yards, I know Lowry's up there as well. It's a dominant night running the football.
NIU sticks with Brady Davidson at quarterback, Elijah Porter in the backfield. Here's Porter on the carry. NIU these last few games too, they've been trying to get reps for guys. It's a season where they're not going to compete at a bowl game. They're trying to look towards next season in the Mountain West and make sure that they get guys experience moving forward.
Important to get those young guys those game reps, and there's nothing like the speed of the game. It's much different than practice, and try to get them ready as best you can.
Brady Davidson, that would have been a conversion, but the pass is dropped by Gary Gibbons.
And that's just a case where Gibbons starts running before he secures the ball. He should have caught this. Pope comes up, but yeah, you see him just not secure it as he turns up, and it gets knocked away.
Offense staying out there on 4th down. They're 1 for 3 on 4th down tonight. Davidson flushed, running for it. He's got the first down.
Brady Davidson on the quarterback keeper.
And then a scuffle on the near sideline.
Well, the young quarterback's going to learn, like, you got to get out of bounds or get down. He still had a foot in bounds when Micah Davis, the safety, just comes up and lowers the boom on him. And that's, you're going to learn. You're clearly in bounds. You have a foot in bounds. You're going to get hit. You either got to get down or really veer off, take a left-hand turn quickly to get out of bounds. But he'll learn. He's a young quarterback.
Davidson with time, now throwing with the pressure in his face, and that pass incomplete. Elijah Porter was nearby. You know, Thomas Hammock, the head coach of NIU, was really honest with us, Rini, about when it comes to NIL and it comes to getting players. He said, look, I had to talk to the administration at NIU last year. Yeah, they had success. Yes, they beat Notre Dame, but I want money to keep my players. I'm not trying to go out and buy them. He goes, I want to retain what we have to develop them.
Yeah, people don't understand. Roster retention is the most important thing, to be able to keep your good players year after year.
And it feels like they're getting that support now. Brady Davidson sliding.
You're always going to lose at the group of 6 level. You're always going to lose good players to Power 4 teams because you just can't afford that type of money. What frustrates coaches at this level is when you develop a player and you can't retain him and you lose him, let's say, to another team within your conference. That drives you bonkers as a head coach.
Davidson targeting Ladon Bryant, incomplete. Sims defending the play.
Smith on the pass coverage. 4th and 4 from the 47-yard line for NIU.
Going for it on 4th down for the second time on this drive. Davidson's being chased. Pumps twice and converts with the pass to Ricky Taylor.
And that shows you his arm strength, his arm talent. I mean, he's running to the right, and he's able to throw that back across his body on 4th down to pick up this 1st down.
Wide open target. Pass is caught near the 20 to Ricky Taylor. Back-to-back plays. Joshua Franklin with the hit. Inside the 20 goes NIU.
And I just love the spark that quarterback Brady Davidson is giving NIU. And again, said the offense was going to be a 180 difference from Jalen Macon, and it is. Davidson slinging it around.
Haven't scored in the second half. That was a 21-yard gain.
Timeout, Western Michigan. Their second charge timeout of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
It stops the clock at 4:31. Well, not too long ago, we got a new CFP rankings bracket, Rainey. We were talking a little bit about this. What stood out first?
Well, they dropped Alabama to 10. I thought maybe they'd be up a spot, but, you know, because they have 4 really incredible wins. Notre Dame at 9. Tulane's the biggest one. Speaking of group of 6, I think everyone expected probably JMU to be in that spot, but what the committee's telling you there is they value the American Conference, right? And just, they've been beating each other up, but they value that strength of schedule out of the American. So Tulane slides in there at 12, and they keep Miami at 11. So still kind of hanging around. So it's going to be a fun couple of weeks here down the stretch.
Into the end zone with the grab is Ricky Taylor for the touchdown. And NIU finds success when they insert Brady Davidson at quarterback.
How good is it? He knows he's going to get hit. He's looking down the barrel of 2 Western Michigan players. He stands right in there and throws the ball to Taylor for the touchdown. And they'll go for 2 here, trying to get it to a 14-point game. You love the moxie, though, from the young quarterback.
They line up right to snap the football. The running back, he takes it, and he's looking to throw a pass up to the back of the end zone towards towards Pierce Opong, the tight end. It's no good.
Yeah, running back, the tight end, Micah Davis, the safety's in good coverage here. He was upset. He was the one that was in coverage on the touchdown that was given up, but then fights right back and is able to knock that away from the big 265-pound tight end, Opong. Well, I know only 4:25 left, but they got it back to 2 scores. Obviously 16, 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions.
Thomas Hammock is upset about something with Brady Davidson.
Coaching, right? Always got to coach.
Yeah, Brady Davidson, a true freshman, a young player. That this is a team that's looking to build more momentum.
Yeah.
Build more momentum to next season. They get an 18-yard touchdown pass from Brady Davidson.
No, he showed a lot of good things. I got some hits. The 4th down conversion when he was rolling to his right, threw it back across his body. We're going to see an onside kick here, so the hands team's in for Western Michigan.
They're going to try to onside kick this. And Western Michigan able to fall on it, no problem. Phelan Brooks falls on it. Brock Lowry today. Your thoughts, Rini?
Yeah, exactly what we know Brock Lowry is. He's a hard-nosed player, a leader. He'll make some throws when he needs to, but he's going to run the ball. He runs the offense efficiently, +1 run game, quarterback keep. He runs with some power as well. I mean, he's perfect for what Walt Bell is doing with his offense.
He's got 90 yards on the ground and 3 rushing touchdowns tonight for Lowry. There's Devin Miles just weaving through that NIU defense.
Well, you looked at the Lowry with 90 yards rushing. Miles is right there, too. So, you know, he's fighting hard to get to that 100-yard mark.
Northern Illinois. Their first charge timeout of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Remember, NIU will have 2 more timeouts remaining, plus the 2-minute timeout. 4:16 on the clock. Now, Western Michigan, a win here helps them take 1 more step towards that MAC championship game. And they're going to go to Eastern Michigan next week on Tuesday, a week from tonight. A win there as well puts them in the championship.
Yeah. And that's all you can ask for, right? You don't have to rely on anyone else, any scenarios of someone beating someone else. You win, and you're in.
Western Michigan hasn't won a MAC championship since 2016.
That was the old row your boat days. PJ Fleck.
Lowry pulls. A couple of hard thunks in there. Philip Timeout,
Northern Illinois.
Man, I've been saying it all game
It's easy
right.
for you to say.
It'll be a 30-second
What I was going to say is we talked about the running backs always going forward extra. Lowry does it as well.
Yeah, great point. I love that he went to the coaches in fall camp in that quarterback battle and said, look, I need to go live in this last scrimmage of fall camp to show you what I can do. And he was in a battle with Brady Jones.
Yep.
Until that scrimmage.
Yeah.
Western Michigan trying to win here at NIU for the first time since November of 2021.
Yeah.
NIU had won the last 3 against the Broncos.
Yeah, about 4 years. But, you know, getting back to Brock Lowry, you know, talking to Walt Bell, when he said he has great self-awareness. And in the story you just told, how he went to the coaches, he knows what he's really good at, and he wants to showcase it. And that's what he's doing at the quarterback position this season for Western Michigan.
3rd and 2. Devin Miles pushing, got it, move the chains.
Devin Miles for Philip
It's a slow start tonight for Western Michigan. They trailed 13-0 in this game, and then scored 28 unanswered. Devin Miles at 100 rushing yards. Jalen Buckley over the 100-yard mark.
Can they get 3, right? Lowry's close.
Brock Lowry is 8 yards away. Instead, they give it to Lolo Mataele.
And Mataele's had some nice runs tonight as well.
Well, when you rush for 350 yards as a team, a lot of people get carries.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's really been just 3 tonight,
yeah.
but Mataele.
I meant a lot of carries.
Yeah.
Jalen Buckley and Devin Miles, a couple of 100-yard backs tonight. Lolo bottled up. And NIU is going to use its final timeout.
That's their 3rd and final charge timeout of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
Still got the 2-minute timeout coming.
Good efficient use of the timeout. Hit it right there quick. They'll run this one play here, get it down to the 2-minute timeout. And then if you're Western Michigan, you go ahead and throw it, do whatever you want on that next down, because if you get a first down, you can just kneel on the ball and the game's over.
Western Michigan's going to take on Eastern Michigan a week from tonight here on ESPN2. Rini and I will be on the call for that one as well.
With our hand warmers once again.
Yes, we will be ready. MACTion will continue. This will be the last MACTion game for NIU as they move to the Mountain West. Devin Miles towards the edge.
Good job by Miles to make sure he stayed in bounds there, and they'll run this down to the 2-minute timeout.
Flat tire over there. Had to get that shoe back on. And that is the 2-minute timeout.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
3rd down on the way. Conversion would help Western Michigan close this thing out.
We all love to kick. We can't stop. It's that Opsilura commercial.
The eczema one.
A mild to moderate eczema cream to help clear skin and kick the itch.
I like to kick. I see people kicking everywhere. It's crazy.
Opsilura, kick the itch.
Kick the itch!
Clear skin and kick the itch.
Do not start Opsilura if you have an infection, as it may lower your ability to fight it. Tell your doctor if you have or had an infection, TB, hepatitis B or C, blood clots in legs or lungs, heart attack, stroke, cancer, high cholesterol, smoke, or are pregnant. May cause serious lung infections, certain cancers, immune system problems, blood clots, and low blood cell counts. Major cardiovascular events or death occurred in those 50 plus taking oral JAK inhibitors.
Kick that eczema itch.
Ask your healthcare provider if Opsilura is right for you. Now approved for steroid-free skin clearance in kids 2+.
Yep.
Version here would seal the win for Western Michigan.
Yeah, so I mean, they're going to run it here on 3rd. If they don't get it, they'll go for it on 4th down.
They've got it, and Brock Lowry gets down.
So smart. No need to score a touchdown there. You can take knees and end it. So, you know, Lance Taylor is going to be ecstatic. Other than the slow start, first quarter, they came on, they had patience, got that running game going. And another interesting thing, now they know they're down to 1, right? You get that win next Tuesday night against Eastern Michigan, you're in the MAC championship, and you have 11 days off. So you get like a little mini bye in there to kind of rest and heal up to whoever your opponent's going to be. But first and foremost, you got to get that win on the road.
And Rini, we've got three players
Love
for
it.
Western Michigan with 100 rushing yards tonight, including quarterback Brock Lowry. Jalen Buckley with 133, Devin Miles with 105.
Now, I got to ask our crack statistician, Jeff Muir, because he's best at this. Lowry's taking some knees, so I don't know if that makes him come back off 100 or he stays. Jeff says he stays, so we're good. Just want to make sure. I don't want the guy to lose a 100-yard game. Those are hard to come by.
362 yards on the ground.
That is a mammoth game of running the football. And how, think about it too, how not good of a first quarter they had. Very slow starting. I mean,
they trailed 13-0 in this game. Well, the first play of the game for Western Michigan, they threw an interception.
Yeah. I think
and then they went back to the ground game.
I think Lowry's made up for that,
Yeah, absolutely. So Western Michigan, a win next week, and they are in the MAC championship game, which will be December 6th at Ford Field.
And again, even if they lose, they could still make it in. We don't want them, it's all doom and gloom, but you win, you're in automatically. You don't have to rely on anybody.
It's a Western Michigan team who you saw the different weapons they have in the ground game, and their quarterback makes a big difference too.
And the offensive line, I mean, kudos to that unit who's getting better each and every week, and they dominate it tonight.
So updated MAC standings for you on this Tuesday. Western Michigan now at 6-1. They have not won a MAC championship since 2016.
No, it's a hungry program for sure. I like what Lance Taylor is doing there. He's in his third year, and he's really reaping the benefits of his culture change and the tweaks that he's made. And they're having a nice season. They want to cap it off and get to that MAC championship game and ultimately win a MAC championship.
We talked a lot about the offense, but the defense, they have got some big-time playmakers in Dame Tucker and James Camden, who were outstanding.
Camden, tremendous night from that linebacker position, and Tucker, just love his motor. He's an NFL caliber guy coming off the edge. A lot of weapons on that defense, for sure.
So Western Michigan is going to walk away with a win. First time beating NIU since 2021. Western Michigan will cap the regular season next week at Eastern Michigan, and one more win, Western Michigan will play for that MAC championship in December. They're victorious on the road tonight, 35-19.